Hi everyone, welcome to another rendition of Story Time and Reading Time with me, Ms. Montecalvo. I'm so happy to see all of you again today. I'm so glad you enjoyed last week. If you recall, we studied Eric Carle, the very busy spider, and we actually drew a spider. And I promised you that I was going to actually show you my completed project. So here it is. And I had colored this with crayons and markers. You can tell I had a lot of fun with that. So thank you. So many of you are sending me love and hearts. So today we are going to be studying another author illustrator by the name of Marianne Richmond. And she's one of my favorites. And I'll tell you why. Let me introduce you to her. Here she is. Let me make sure that you guys can see her. Isn't she pretty? Okay, this is Marianne. And what's interesting about Marianne Richmond is that she, like I said, is an author illustrator. But three things to describe herself that she really likes is writing, being creative, and making connections with people. Hi, everybody. And she writes books about everybody's story. She tries to express her feelings and other people's feelings, and how we love our family and our friends. And a lot of you are having a lot of feelings lately. I can only imagine, it's strange being home every day and not seeing your friends and not seeing your teachers. But I want to tell you, we miss you so very much. All the teachers, I just actually saw them only yesterday, and they were saying how much they miss seeing you every day. So Marianne Richmond wrote this great book, and it's called Hooray for You, a celebration of You-ness. I don't know if you've ever seen that book before, but it's a great book. And she actually did the pictures, and she also wrote the book, as I mentioned. However, one exciting thing, during the month of April, on every single Thursday at 6:30 p.m., 3:30 her time, she is going to be doing a workshop similar to what I'm doing. So if you really enjoy my class weekly, you can get to experience her class on Thursdays. So I will be posting all of that. Hi, Sydney. I will be posting all of that information for you on my site. And it's free. You just have to register. Okay, so let's get started with the book. Hooray for You, a celebration of You-ness by Marianne Richmond. For quite a long time, the world saved a place. Millions were born, yet none filled your space. Until the second of a minute of one special day, you took your first breath and the world said, hooray! See the baby? You all did that when you were born. Perfectly timed. No 1 minute more, you suddenly were there. You were not there before. But planning preceded your earthly debut, as all was completed in the You-ness of you. You-ness, you ask? Quite hard to describe. It's your style of being, your rhythm or vibe. It's the grand sum of you that sets you apart. Your body and brains, plus your spirit and your heart. And see, she's got a great job, like all you. I'm sure you all did so well with so many of your projects and tests that you probably got a gold star too. Okay, you might ask, but I'm not sure I see. Why the big fuss and hooray about me? Then get set to enjoy the big celebration of the You-ness of you. A remarkable creation. Isn't it something that your wonderful face is not like another in the whole human race? Your smile, for starters, curves up just so when you laugh and act silly or tell jokes, that you know. The body you live in can jump, dance, and play with custom-built parts to move your own way. I hope a lot of you enjoyed the weather outside today. It's absolutely beautiful out there, a little chilly. Even your hair, be it black, brown, or red, does its own thing on the top of your head. Hi, Matthew Messino. Hi, Agnes and Evelyn. And your certain good looks are just one teensy part of the you-ness galore of your mind and your heart. This is the essence of what you're about, the true who of you within and throughout. Does everybody notice what's going through a rainbow? We're going to talk about that in a few minutes. That's going to be part of our drawing today. For instance, the way your brain likes to think, it just happens, you say, like a sneeze or a blink. Automatic for sure, but predictable not. For no other has your process of thought. You think big ideas and original schemes. Your wide-eyed wishes are your dreamiest of dreams. And your feelings deep down are colorful creations, a kaleidoscope of moods and emotional sensations. Who else can know you're kind of glad, silly, excited, grumpy, or sad? There are foods you find yummy, a favorite color or two, things you don't like, but more that you do. And the cool thing that's true is how you can grow when there's thinking to change or new stuff to know. You're perfect as you, but my friend, you will see, days when delighted is not what you'll be. You might even think, I'd sure wish to be like him, her, or them, any person but me. Then stop that at once. Put gloom on your shelf. Say goodbye, doubt, and hooray, self. If people compare you with another, like a mother or sister or uncle or brother, to them you can say for certain indeed, I'm completely for sure me, guaranteed. Yes, from head to toe and tip, you're truly original, a creation in progress, a distinct individual. Look the world over and you'll never find a duplicate of you-ness. That you're one of a kind. And he's got a button that says 100% original. On the day you were born, the world grew by one. Life with big purpose and much to be done. Look in the mirror, love who you see. Stand tall, smile big, and shout, hooray for me. I love that story. I love that story. Okay, so what I noticed, sorry about that, many of your moms are posting pictures of rainbows. You've been putting a lot of rainbows in your windows. Does anybody know why you've been doing that? So that when people pass by your house, they can see beautiful different colors. Some of you made rainbows with hearts. I know Mrs. Ryan had done that. Or you colored rainbows. Well, for those of you that don't know about rainbows, when you pass by, and I certainly do this, I smile when I see a rainbow. So the rainbows are really to inspire hope and excitement and just a reassurance that we're all good and we're all okay and we're happy and we're safe and healthy and happy to be home. So I told you that we were going to do a really cool drawing, and I think I actually listed for you, you are to bring a mirror to the session today, your ears, your eyes, and a pencil. With an eraser on it, because remember I said last week, if you make a mistake, don't worry about it. We could quickly erase it and redo it again. Hi, Marianne. Okay, so keep this drawing in mind. All right, keep that in mind. And what I'd like you to do today is I'm going to get my poster board ready. Do you remember last week how, I'm just gonna move this. Remember last week how we made our picture vertical? Well, today we are going to position our paper horizontally. And remember when I said horizontally, it's kind of like the wide way across. So it looks, and I'm gonna pull the paper back so that you can see. Hold on 1 second. Let me just get my camera person is not available today. She's actually busy doing homework. So, okay, so let me just show you my paper. You can see it from afar. See how it's wide? Okay. And remember, whenever we start our drawings, it's going to be super light, and we're gonna add details later on, okay? So I have my pencil, I have my paper. Let me position you so you can see when I'm drawing, okay? How's that? Can everybody see? Is that good? Just give me a thumbs up or excellent. Okay. So I want you to position your mirror right in front of your face if you can, okay? Or you can use a phone like you're taking a selfie. Any way you can see your face. And I want you to just study for now, just for a minute. Look at your hair. Look at, not as individual strands, but I want you to look at your hair. When you do a self-portrait, you're looking at the shapes. Remember last week how I told you to break down the shapes of the spider? You're gonna break down the shapes of you, your face shape, your hair shape, even my glasses. See how my glasses are round and they kind of come out on the sides? That's a shape. My lips are a shape. My nose is a shape. But we're not gonna get so detailed. We're gonna keep it kind of simple, okay? So what you're gonna do, what I always do whenever I try to draw a person or a face, is I wanna position my, just my picture. I wanna kind of plan out where I need to put everything, okay? So in this case, I'm going to put my face kind of like around here. See how I'm just making light marks so that I know my neck. I'm just drawing my arms. What I'm doing is I'm just making a bunch of shapes. And I'll make it a little bit darker so you guys can see. So I know you can't see, so sorry about that, okay? So we're gonna make it, okay? So I'm gonna draw a circle for my head. You notice I'm drawing a circle. It almost looks like a sideways egg. I'm not drawing it too big, and I'm not drawing it too small, but I'm drawing it sort of like the size of my palm, and I have an adult-sized palm. So we want to make the head kind of somewhere. It's got to be somewhere in the middle. It's not quite up at the top. It's not all the way in the bottom, but it's just somewhere in the middle, okay? And then what I'm going to do, and that's, I said sideways egg or even a sphere. Okay, does everybody see that? All right, because look at my friend's face, very similar. We're gonna do something very similar to that, okay? So you may even say to yourself, boy, I'm not really thrilled with that side. So I'm just gonna make mine a little bit. See, even art teachers, principals, everybody makes mistakes. And that's okay, because what do you have? An eraser to clean it up. Okay, so does everybody have that shape? If you do, thumbs up. We'll keep going. Okay, so now I want to add my neck. Now, one thing that you notice about Marianne, the artist illustrator, Mrs. Richmond, her necks are not that thin, and if you notice, they're actually long and thick. So that's called exaggeration. That's just to kind of make it a little more exciting, more interesting for the artist to draw. And then what you're gonna do after that is see how I position my arms. I kind of made a sideways slant of the arms. So I'm gonna go from there. I'm just gonna add some lines, okay? And what's gonna happen is my body is kind of, my arms are outreaching, and you're gonna see why in a second, okay? So my arms are here, and I can make a collar, okay? And maybe I'll add some detail. We'll see how I want to do the detail before I do the detail. I gotta stop myself. Okay, so, and I'm gonna figure out where my arm is gonna fall. There's those dots again, right? And those dots again. Those are my indicators. Now, one thing that you'll notice, just like the legs of the spider, and your arm, if you really study your arm, it gets thicker at the top, and as you go down, it gets a little bit narrower, and then your hands sort of fall to the side, okay? So what you're gonna do is you're gonna make sure that your arms are thicker on this end, and they're just gonna get a little bit narrower as you go, okay? And then, because it's an illustration, remember, illustrations are not realistic. The illustrations are pictures of people that other people draw. Wouldn't it be something in the world if we saw people like this walking around the streets? But it's not the case. So what I'm going to do then is I'm going to extend my arm, okay, like something like that. And then I'm going to draw my shirt. Here's my shirt. Here's my shirt. Okay. And don't worry about your face. We'll go back to your face, okay? And we'll go back to the shape of your hair in a little bit. And then you're just gonna cut the shirt off. We can add detail later on. Hi, Talia, welcome. Hi, Mrs. Peterson. Hi, Jess. Okay, and I'm gonna, I don't know, I wear a lot of pants at school, so I think I'm gonna just make a pair of pants, okay? And like pants, remember, triangle, okay? So it looks something like that. Can all my boys and girls see? Okay. If you want to make a skirt, you can do that. If you want to make shorts, like my friend here has, he has shorts, you can do that. It's really up to you. This is your drawing. Remember, there's only one you. Okay. So now I'm going to go back to the face. I want you to look again in the mirror. Now, some of you have hair that is short and spiky. Some of you have pigtails that the hair is really tight at the crown and there's like two little pom-poms on either side. Some of you have super short hair. Really depends on what type of hair you have. So you really want to study the shape of it. So you see how my hair, it starts at my head, right? And it's straight. But it's not just a bunch of strings, although it kind of looks stringy today. But you want to make it a shape around your face. So don't do what I'm doing. I want you to spend some time really studying the shape of your hair. Maybe, here, like for example, here's the head, right? Maybe you have bangs. See that? Like that. See what I did there? I made pigtails. Like that. Okay? If you're a young man, boy, maybe you have spiky hair. So your hair kind of looks like that. Okay? You have to think of it in terms almost like, oh, sorry about that. You have to think of it in terms kind of like a coloring book. You know how you guys color in coloring books and everything is broken down to shapes? It just makes it easier for coloring purposes, okay? So now, going back to my head. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually look at, while I'm looking at you, I'm going to look at my hair. Okay, there's where my part is. And I'm gonna see how my hair kind of ends somewhere around the beginning of my collar. So I'm just gonna draw it like that. And I'm gonna do the same, but I have a little bit of height on this side, so I'm gonna make it a little bit higher. Okay, just like that. It's that simple. Now, obviously, I want to erase my shoulder because it's behind your hair, and I want to erase my shoulder on that side. Okay, just like that. And I will do the inside line, okay? And then I'm just gonna go back and I'm gonna erase all the lines I made when I drew the initial head, or my first head. Remember when I made the mistake and I redrew it, okay? Just like that. Just like that. So what do you guys think? Do you think it matches my hairdo a little bit? Kind of. Yeah, kind of. I may even, go back. I'm just seeing that my hair is kind of like straight. See how I'm always modifying? I'm always adding. Okay. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually put my eyes in. And it's just two little simple dots. Two little simple dots. Just like that. Okay. You want to try to make your dots as similar to each other because you don't want to look like a monster where you have one big eye and one small eye. You want to make it as realistic as you can. And I'm going to put my little nose, and I'm going to put some cheek spots. Now, for those of you that are cheek spots, this is for cheek color. Because sometimes when you look at your face, see how my face is a little brighter? It's a little pinker on the sides. Sometimes you get that when you're coming in from recess. Remember recess? And you guys are all sweaty and your faces are all bright pink. So here we go. Okay. And then what you're going to do, very, very simply, is I'm just going to add a smile. Because I'm so happy to see all of you today. I miss you guys. I can't even tell you how much I miss you. All right? So, that's Mrs. Montecalvo in a nutshell. Okay? And again, if you make a mistake, you can always go back. And now here's the fun part. This is where I get to add the detail of my my outfits. Oh, Kayla, I miss you too. I miss you too. Okay, so maybe I'll add, a nice little collar, something like that. And I want to end my sleeves somewhere. I'm wearing short sleeves because it is spring. So I want to make my sleeves here and the second sleeve there. Okay. And then what I need to do, I forgot to put in hands. I need to put my hands. So I'm just going to extend my arm a little bit more down, and I'm going to make my hands really simple. Now, again, not realistic, totally, cartoony, but that's going to be my hand, okay? I may even go back. Remember when I said about the arm, you want to kind of thin out the arm as you go? I may even want to thin out my arm a little bit. So, what I noticed while I'm looking at this, it almost looks as though my arm broke. So I might just go again. See, you have a lot more forgiveness when you're drawing spiders, but when you're drawing people, it's a little more difficult. I was very adventurous with you today doing this, but I know you guys can handle it. Okay? But your arm, you want to be as straight as you possibly can. And again, 1, 2, how many fingers do you have? 5. 5 fingers. So I'm going to go a little bit, and I'm going to get a little bit thickness. My son Jack is here. He's watching. If he was wearing a shirt, I would show him to you. Yeah. Okay, he's gonna go get a shirt. I'll introduce you to Jack. Okay, so, and now you can add detail. Now you can add fun detail. But remember, you want, hi John L., you don't want to, you want to kind of make the shapes, think of a coloring book, very similar to a coloring book. So, you know, I'm going to get fancy. This young lady, Mrs. Montecalvo, she loves hearts. She kind of wears her heart on her sleeve, and she loves her children at Fort Salonga Elementary. So she's going to wear a heart-shaped top, and I'm going to get really fancy. I'm going to make some of the hearts coming off of the side of her shirt, okay? And they're going to be in all different directions. Something like that, okay? Now again, you don't have to draw hearts. You can draw shapes. You can draw, you know, stars. You can draw smiley faces all over your shirts. Whatever you want to put. Okay. Oh, excellent. Leah loves hearts and rainbows too. That's awesome. You're gonna love this drawing today. Okay. So I'm just gonna fill in some spots. Right. Now, maybe I'll get fancy with the pants. Maybe I'll add some pockets on our pants because I love pockets. Pockets come in handy, especially when you're taking a walk. Okay. And you want to make sure your pockets are almost the same size, very similar. Okay, because everything that's man-made, remember what I told you last week? Everything that's man-made is perfectly squared, straight lines. Pockets are similar in both cases, okay? They have to be the same exact. Okay, so here we are. So, going back to, and you know what else? The illustrator, Marianne Richmond, doesn't put eyebrows or eyelashes, but you know what? This is your drawing. If you want to put some eyebrows, maybe some eyelashes, you can do that. Okay? I'm just making it look the way I want it to look. All right. So here's the fun part. Remember I said about rainbows? People are putting rainbows in their windows. They're putting rainbows on their front, maybe on your bedroom door you're putting rainbows. Rainbows are designed to inspire hope, to send love to everyone, because, you know, we miss being together. And that's a good way to show everyone that you care about them, especially your neighbors, because everybody's stuck inside. So if they see that you're sending love from your house, boy, that's going to make everyone feel so much better, right? It makes me feel better when I take walks at night, for sure. Okay, so here's the best part. Notice how my character in the book, he actually has a rainbow coming out of his body. Do you see that? Okay. And that's the you-ness. That's your you-ness. Your mind, your body, your heart, sending out good thoughts, good hope, good feelings to the world outside. So we're going to make our loop-de-loop rainbow next, okay? All right. So here we are. I'm going to move this back a little bit so you can see it a little bit better, because we're going to kind of expand our picture a bit. Okay. So what I'm going to do next is this. I just want to move that. Okay. What I'm going to do next is I'm going to draw my imaginary line, and my imaginary line is going to come from my belly around here, okay? Because that's where all my good feelings are coming from. And they're going to come down in a line here. Come down, just, you could draw a very light line. That'll be your guideline to help you draw your rainbow. And I'm going to stop the line here, but look at what I'm doing. Pay attention, watch what I'm doing. Remember those point lines? I'm going to draw an imaginary line, and I'm going to lead it right from here. Because it's almost like the rainbow is going through my body. Does everybody see that? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to thicken this line here. Again, don't draw too dark. I'm gonna thicken my line right here. Okay. Now, does anybody know how many colors in the rainbow? I'll give you a hint. Roy G. Biv. Red, orange, yellow. Red, orange, yellow. Green, blue, violet. Indigo. I think it's 7. But for argument's sake, we'll make 6 strips, okay? Because in the book there are 6 colors, so, okay? And I could subdivide, but I could worry about that later. Okay, so here's my imaginary lines. So through the arm, I'm going 1, 2, 3, and it's a little tricky because you're not really seeing it yet, but it'll all come together at the end. Then I'm gonna continue it again. My imaginary line is gonna go through my arm. I'm gonna come around. Okay. And I'm gonna come back down. Does everybody see that? That's kind of like how my rainbow is gonna go. So it's gonna go up, around. What do you guys think? Like that? Super important that your lines around your body connect.
Prescription.
Connect, okay? So now, what I could do, 7, thank you. You're right, there are 7 lines. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm going to make my rainbow. I'm gonna make sure. So I have 1, 2, I have 2 strips here, right? So I'm going to make as many as I can kind of fit. See how I'm widening it as I go? And I'm also erasing as I go. Just like that, like that, like that. So the lines go like this, the lines go like this. Just like that. See, now I'm getting, you guys can see I'm kind of getting into the detail a little bit more. Okay? Just like that. All right. And then I'm going to add a couple. Because you want it to look as though it's like shooting through your body and coming out on the other side. Okay? That. Again, I don't have a straight edge, but that's okay. Okay, because it's my drawing. And I want it to not be, okay, see what I'm doing here? I'm erasing all of my shirt details so it doesn't go through my rainbow. Again, this is like an imaginary rainbow, okay? Erase my pockets. Like that. Erase the leg because I don't want that anymore. You'll notice as an artist, you erase a lot. And that's a good thing. You kind of want to, you know, for argument's sake, if I was drawing this like with a ruler, I'm sure Mrs. Ryan, our art teacher, would agree, you would want to use a straight edge, but because I'm kind of doing this as I go to show all of you, I'm going to do the best I can, okay? And so I got 1 loop. I've got 2 loops. I've got 3 loops. And I got 4 loops. So maybe I can squeeze another loop. I think I can. Okay. So what I would do, let me make that a little bit higher. What I would do then, since I only have 4 or 5 loops and there's 7 colors in the rainbow, when I do color, when it is time to color, and I promise I will color this before I meet with you guys again next Tuesday, I will have all the colors blended so you can see it. Okay? Aw, thank you, Mrs. Whitebird. She says I'm doing a good job. Thank you. Thank you. I love spending time with you guys. And then I'm going to do the same thing on this side. I'm going to just add, see how I'm adding more rainbow loops? So here's my inside loop. I'm just going to use my finger, and it's going to come out here. It's going to come out here, and it's going to come out here, okay? So here's the fun part, okay? Now, in my picture, the boy is holding a heart-shaped balloon, okay? Because he's happy. You don't have to hold a balloon. You can hold a kite. You can hold a dog. You could hold anything that makes your heart happy, okay? So I'm gonna hold a flower. I really like flowers. Flowers, when I see a flower, boy, they make me happy. They make me super happy. And this is a good time of the year to go outside and take a walk because you see a lot of flowers, okay? So I'm just gonna make a simple daisy. Let me show you in the picture, okay? I'm just gonna make it, okay, there I am holding my daisy. You don't have to hold a daisy, you can hold a balloon, okay? Balloons are super easy to make. Just a swirly string in a round circle, whatever you want, okay? And maybe I'll go back and a little more detail, okay? But there you have it. There you have. Very, very simple. Let me show you the end result so we get the whole full view, okay? But there's my love and my hope and my heart sending out all to my friends from Fort Salonga. Oh, I noticed, see how my arms, are way off because I was drawing it sideways. So let me go back. Let me go back and fix. I'll give you guys a few minutes. You can have moms and dads look at it. If you need assistance, they're always there. I'm sure they can help you. What I'm gonna do, because like I said before, your arms really have to match, okay? So I'm just gonna, oh, that's so much better. That's so much better, Miss Montecalvo. Just like that. What do you guys think? Much better, right? Much better. Okay. So, as I mentioned earlier, this wonderful author, she's got a great website. And the website is called Marianne, Marianne Richmond, MARIANNE, Richmond.com. On her homepage, and I'll show it to you right here. On her homepage, okay, she has just a biography, and she also has just, work with me. She has all these activities that you can do, but there is a direct link. And as I mentioned before, she meets with all the boys and girls, and she says, like me, just bring a pencil, bring some markers, bring some crayons, and sit tight and enjoy and draw with me. So she does that in Colorado every Thursday in the month of April at 6:30 p.m. And you can register. Mom or dad will have to help you. She reads one of her books and she draws with you. So I will be posting that link up, but that's pretty much it for today. I will have you finish your drawing, color it all in, color the details, have fun with it. You may even, I'm so glad I remembered to tell you this. You may even want to really add some really cool background details, okay? So since she's involved with her rainbow, again, let me set this up for you guys, okay? Maybe her background will not have floating faces like I was showing you. Maybe we could turn those floating faces into a sun. Just like that. Okay? Maybe the sun is so happy to see her. And all we did was make some sunbeams. Okay? Maybe the sun is so happy to see Ms. Montecalvo and her rainbow. It's beaming, okay? And if you're ever into cartooning or you see cartoons, see those little marks? Those are beaming marks. It's almost like the sun is going, it's radiating with heat and happiness, okay? So Maybe you want to do that. Maybe you want to make a bird. You know, we can turn her, my friend with the pigtails, we can turn her into a bird. Flying over the sun. Okay, so maybe I want to make the bird's head with its beak. Okay, here's its wings. Okay, see how it's so easy to turn things into ideas? Okay, but there you have it. There's our work of art for today, April 14th. I hope you like it. And, you know, you may want to even post it next to your rainbows in your windows. You can show that you're a part of the rainbow too. All right? So the book is Hooray for You, because each of you are special in your own way. I miss you so much. And till we meet again next Tuesday. Hopefully you'll be around. I would love to see you again. All right, I send my love to all the boys and girls and the moms and dads who are doing such a good job taking care of school and everything else at home. And sending love to all my teachers and staff. Have a wonderful, wonderful rest of the day, Tuesday. I miss you. See you next Tuesday.